Netflix has a new original sitcom starring The Big Show. It is about The Big Show. It is literally called The Big Show Show. So now that you're home and you have nothing else better to do but stream Netflix, is this show worth watching, or should you just move on to something else? Let's find out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Ramakrishnan, and I have been on Netflix a lot lately. I saw that The Big Show Show was probably the number 3 trending show on Netflix when I went on the app just a couple days ago. I don't think I ever heard about this show, but I decided to watch it. I watched a little trailer that Netflix showed me, and I thought it looked innocent, it looked kind of funny, and it looked like something worth checking out to possibly review because I knew it was going to be a quick binge. The Big Show Show is quite literally just another American sitcom. It is something you've seen before. I mean, I spent lots of time over my life watching these type of shows on Nickelodeon and Nick at Night, and it doesn't really feel a whole lot different if you just look at it on a base level from any of those other shows, but obviously the plot is very specific to it being about a retired wrestler in The Big Show. So Paul Wright, or The Big Show, is the main character, and it's about his family and this fictionalized story about him retiring from wrestling and just trying to figure out what's next for his life. The other main plot is that his daughter Lola, who actually was the daughter of a former wife or girlfriend, came to live with him in Florida, where he is already married and has 2 other daughters. This is a show about the family as a whole, probably more than anything, and I think that it works in some departments, but it also definitely doesn't in others. But the truth is, The Big Show Show is not trying to be anything it's not.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my dad!
So the characters are all right. I mean, the daughters are really the main parts of the show because it is that type of show. I feel like they put a lot of emphasis on their storylines individually and together. And the youngest daughter, JJ, is funny. I enjoy her. I think that she is a little ridiculous, though, because she's just like an adult. She's one of those characters that talks like an adult, and she's like overly smart and manipulative and stuff like that. And you know, while it is funny and entertaining at times, it's also a little much. And speaking of over the top, the next daughter is also quite over the top in a different way, and this is Mandy. And I didn't necessarily like her nearly as much as the others. I right away just thought that she was a bit annoying, and she was trying to do some sort of revolution for being a middle child, and I think there was some feminism stuff going on in her little storylines, and she also was running for president, which was kind of the main part of the show. And she is just a little over the top to the point where she's probably not nearly as enjoyable to watch as much as the rest of the family. And then Lola is the oldest daughter, but she's actually, like I said, she has a different mother, but she came to live with The Big Show and her stepsisters and stepmother, and that worked. I think that it was kind of nice to see her experience a new life, and she was trying to adapt to it, living with her father, living in Florida now, and everything was different for her, and she thought about going back, but she quickly realizes, you know, she's got a great family here that she can be there for and see them live out their lives.
I don't know why this is so hard. You're growing up so fast.
I think that the dynamic between the sisters, between everyone in the show as a family, works relatively well. This show is not really trying to be that deep or anything ever, so it doesn't help to give us really nice emotional dynamics between the family. But when it does try to do something nice like that, it works, especially towards the end. I want to say it really was like the last 2 episodes, if not just the last one, that they did something pretty well with relationships between The Big Show and his daughters, and kind of like the impact that each of them have had on one another, and the family as a whole. It works pretty well. So I like the feel of it because it is just an innocent, fun sitcom that you don't really have to think too hard about. The thing is, though, with The Big Show being the type of show that you can sort of turn your brain off a little bit, the type of show that doesn't really try to do anything crazy, deep, just not really being clever in its humor either, that is literally the problem. It's just not something that everyone's going to enjoy that much. Now, I'm not complaining about it because I watched it really quickly and didn't necessarily have any problems with it. I never felt bored. I never felt like it was overly cringeworthy, but it definitely got to that point a few times more than I'd like. And the truth is, I watched this as someone who's not the target audience or the demographic. This show wasn't made for me. This show was made for families. It was made for kids, and it reminds me of something that I've watched in the past, you know, and I enjoy watching these type of shows.
She stole my dream jacket on hunting and I lost and I got a merit and now I'll never become the
Ooh, I think I just blacked out for a second.
One thing that I do think works pretty well, more so than anything else, is probably the fact that the Big Show himself is really likable. I enjoy this guy a whole lot. I mean, it's good that they did the best with him because it's his show. It's about him. And the Big Show gets to be the butt of a lot of jokes with his size and all. And he's a huge guy. So that works. I think it's kind of good the way they make him like this fun sort of teddy bear-like guy. I think that him trying to find his way, trying to find what he wants to do with his life after being in the WWE is interesting. And they probably could have done a lot more with that if they were not writing this as a fun, silly sitcom. You know, I think that there's kind of an interesting story to tell there.
Oh, you're so beautiful.
You talking to me or the belt?
You?
The Big Show is just a simple show. It's really innocent. It's not doing anyone harm. It's kind of funny. It's good for kids. It's good for families, like I've said. If you are a fan of sitcoms, I actually don't think it could hurt to watch it that much. Especially if you are a parent, or if you are a kid, or if you're just watching it with the family, or if you're like me and you just want to kind of check out different shows all the time. Right now, we're all home and we don't have much else to do. So it maybe can't hurt. I don't necessarily not recommend it, but I don't want anyone to go in it with any expectations higher than the ones you probably already have, because I didn't have high expectations. So I was fine with the overall result of me watching these 8 episodes. I liked it, but I'm not really gonna go talk about it much more after I upload this video. So anyway, guys, I think that's all I have to say about the Big Show. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, though, please. If you did watch this show, you saw it trending and you wanted to see what's good with it, maybe you're a wrestling fan, maybe you just love these type of comedies and sitcoms. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Do you like the Big Show? Do you not? Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, maybe consider subscribing, because I have been talking a lot about TV shows, and I think that I probably will do some more, but I also do like to talk about video games and movies. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time here, and I will see you all in the next video.